All right. Yes. I think now voice and audio are okay. Dear moderator, please let me know if my video and audio are perfect. And there is some network issues with the streaming. It's not from the internet side. All right. There is. Okay, as we have yesterday conducted the webinar, but unfortunately, due to some technical issues, it has been only recorded up to half of it. Yes, okay, thank you for the confirmation. Yes, and yeah. So we were talking about freelancing. So let me share my screen also. First of all, I welcome you all to this new session, and this is the same re-upload of yesterday we have done. So this will be record session and you will get access to this, and you have to participate in the survey at the end also. So then only you will get the data. If you already completed yesterday, then also you have to participate in this. Okay, so just wait, let me check chats and all are working perfect. Yes, all are perfect. All right. So okay, so let's start with the session, and let me check if all are perfect by YouTube side. Yes, okay, all are perfect. Yes, let's start, and let me share my screen also. And all right, dear moderator, please let me know if my slides are visible. Right, the screen is shared, right? Okay, okay. Thanks for the confirmation. Yes, now let's start the session. Okay. If you face any difficulty, please let me know, right? Okay. Yes, sure. Okay, let's start. So we are opening. Yes. Sorry. All right. Yes, it has been said that there is an issue. That's why I rechecked it. Okay, let's start the session. And is freelancing relevant in 2024 is our topic, and we will be discussing in depth about freelancing. And so let's start. And as you already know, I have been conducting Be Your Own Boss on that topic. I have been conducting for last 3 years, Every year I will conduct webinar on that topic, and it will be absolutely free also. But I have taken a data of that those who have joined the session, and once after, very few people have been freelancing now, and all other has been quitted from the freelancing. So by end of this webinar, you will gain knowledge about current state of freelancing, evolution of remote work, in-demand skills, navigating challenges, and future outlook. These are the topics we will be discussing in this session, and these topics will be understood by you, all right, by end of this webinar. So we have divided into each session, and we will be conducting each session now. So let's start with that. And let me introduce myself. My name is AATISH, and I am a tech entrepreneur and freelance software developer. I am running a virtual software company, which is 10G Spectrum, and that's a small intro of me. Now let's start. Yes, freelancing around the world. This is our topic, and freelancing now it's a phenomena. Many people say freelancing is trending, but it's not like that. Freelancing is a phenomenon globally happening, and we are a part of that, right? So we will be looking in this stage, we will be looking at the evolution of remote work. So you will get a clear understanding what it means to you and how the remote work and independent work has started, right? So you will get an understanding that if this is a global phenomenon or is it a trend, right? So it's true that after the pandemic, it has grown rapidly. Now we can look into more about it, right? And welcome to the age of freelancer. Forward the 9 to 5, and it's the era of choice, flexibility, and unlimited career possibility, right? So I am saying that forget about 9 to 5, and it's the era of choice, flexibility, and unlimited career possibility. And first of all, we can take an interactive chat with you, right? And that is, you have to type yes or no in the chat box, which should be, the question is as follows, which is, if I say you have to quit today your job, 9 to 5 job, are you willing to quit now? Now take the decision now itself, and let you share the chat. All right, I'm checking the chat box, and those are available on the virtual event platform. You can chat, and I am checking there, right? And yes, lots of yes, and some said no. Yes, so my final answer, both answers are correct according to your perspective. But I say, those who all said yes, you have taken a bad decision or not a good decision, because there are some exceptions. Like if you know about freelancing, what is the reality of freelancing, then you've taken a right decision. But if you are not now in depth about freelancing and you have taken this decision, then it's a wrong decision. That's all what I said. And both decisions are correct according to your perspective, right? So there is no right or wrong answer here. All right. So most people said about this, forget about 9 to 5 and it's a era of choice and flexibility. All these things many people are discussing about in the internet. But now I am sharing that it's not the case, right? 9 to 5 job has their own benefit and their own disadvantages. Freelancing also have their own advantages and disadvantages. So we cannot compel everyone to be strict to this freelancing or to 9 to 5, anything like that, right? So all have their own right and wrong decisions, right? No, but that's not the case, right? And over 1.5 billion people, that's nearly 1 in 5, are now freelancing around the world. So I already said about that. It's not a trend, it's a global phenomenon. Over 1.5 billion people are now freelancing. And if we take 5 people in that one will be freelancing, right? That's the statistics. And now this is a chart, and this data has been taken from Upwork. And Upwork has conducted a survey on this, and here look at financial gain, flexibility, and control are among the top reasons for freelancing, right? So reason for freelancing is, these are the things most people said, right? 83% said they want to earn extra money. 73% said they have a flexible in their schedule, and 72% said that they want to control of their own financial future, and 70% said that to be my own boss, and 69% said that to work from the location of my choosing, and 67% said that they want a passionate work and to find a meaningful in their job or freelancing, whatever they mean, right? So this is a 6 reasons they have given, and from this thing itself we can compare each one of, right? To earn extra money, there are different perspectives. See, we can say that you do not have to come to freelancing to earn extra money. You can do part-time work, right? Or you can do a side business. Then why freelancing? So that why is our question, and to have flexibility in my schedule, right? See, if your company do not want to replace you, right, then you will get a flexibility in your schedule, right? Because if you are that much valuable to the company, then company will not prefer to give a strict schedule. They will give a flexibility in that, right? And to be control of your financial future, same, there are different perspectives. To be my own boss, there are also same perspective like businesses. Freelancing is one way and businesses is other way, and same for to work from the location of choosing. See, we can select that also from the flexibility itself. If that much value you are giving to the company, then company will surely give you the flexibility to choose your own location and to pursue work that you are passionate about and find meaningful. See, if you are giving that much value to the company, then you are passionate about that work, right? That's why you are giving that much value to them. So that also a different perspective. See, you are thinking about why I am saying this much things about this freelancing, and we are going and we are promoting job. No, I am not promoting. These are different perspective. So we have to understand what it means. We cannot solely depend on one data, or we cannot solely say that freelancing is good and job is irrelevant like that. We cannot say that, right? So if you are interested in freelancing, then do freelancing, right? So by end of this webinar, you will understand, do you want to be a freelancer or do you want to take your job, right? So the freelance economy is booming and generating over 1.3 trillion in US alone, right? 1.3 trillion dollars in US alone, and it is expected to grow rapidly at a rapid pace and projected to hit 2.7 trillion by 2027, growing at a 17% annual rate, right? So by end of 2027, it has been projected to hit 2.7 trillion dollars, right? And it's a growth of 17%. So now this is a survey done by Upwork Research Institute, and it's in 2023, and we can look into this data. We can see that freelancers are more than twice using generative AI, in their frequent work compared to non-freelancing counterparts, that is other jobs and all. Freelancers are using twice, right? And we can say that independent workers rely on this generative AI also. We can regularly use generative AI, not dependent on. They use twice or thrice AI frequently, right? And in annual earnings, freelancers added one pretty penny to US economy. That is, 1.27 trillion dollars has been added to the US economy by freelancers, right? And now overall 85% of freelancers say that the best days are ahead of for freelancing, right? So 85% are confident in that future is best days for freelancing, right? And nearly 1 in 4 of freelancers are creating content on social medias, live stream and videos or images or even blogs. They write and they influence others, right? And that is 23% of freelancers. And almost half of the freelancers provide services like programming, computer programming, marketing, IT, and business consulting, right? These are some services almost half of the freelancers do, right? And 64 million, that is Americans freelanced in 2023, are 38% of the US workforce, right? And last is around half of the next generation of professionals performed the freelance work in 2023. That is Gen Z 52% and millennials 44%, right? So with this data itself, we can understand what is the future of freelancing, right? Now we are moving ahead to remote work is the key catalyst, and we are moving forward with what is remote work, how it evolved. All these things will be taken into consideration, and technology has broken down geographical barriers and changing attitude towards work-life balance, and freelancing are more attractive than ever, right? So just recap what you have learned this much, right? Till now, you have learned about what freelancing survey. We have looked into freelancing survey and how it is contributing to US economy and how much it will be projected to hit by 2027. And we have looked reason for freelancing, why people are doing, and we have discussed about trends and global phenomena, right? So this all we have discussed, and now we are moving ahead with evaluation of remote work. Just take a piece of paper and write down what you have all done, and you have to prepare your own perspective, right? What you are thinking about this much data and how it is affecting you. Do you want to freelance or anything like that? You have to first of all understand, right? Just take a piece of paper. I will give 1 minute of time, right? All right. I hope you have written in a notepad or a piece of paper, right? So let's start with the session. And yesterday was very interactive and very much good interaction was there, and we have discussed a lot in that also. But unfortunately, the recording was not yet gotten due to some technical issues, right? So there was same issues with the software, streaming software. That's why this is causing. So we have fixed that, right? Okay. So Dear moderator, all are perfect, right? All right, yes. So, evolution of remote work. All right. So, you have to remember the previous days when you are in the office. If you have gone to office, right? If you have worked in office. After that, remote work has liberated us to work from anywhere, anytime, with the freedom to build a work-life balance that truly works, right? So, remote work has liberated us to work from anywhere. The remote work is not new by the pandemic, it has not came. Before that also remote work was there. And even that many companies or many founders said that it has moral issues or anything like this. See, remote we cannot do every work remotely, so there are limitations for that also. So we are solely focusing on remote work and we are not talking about other industries or anything like that, right? So for the remote work, it has liberated us to work from anywhere, anytime, with the freedom to build a work-life balance, right? And it works perfectly. Mm. And advancements like high-speed internet, collaboration tools, and cloud-based solutions have made remote work not just possible but often preferable, right? So these are some things which made remote work preferable to freelancers or even remote workers because nowadays if you are joining into a company and they have different options like hybrid option, remote work option, or full-time work from office also, right? So these all have their own advantages and disadvantages, but we have to learn how we can work remotely. Right, there are many courses on courses providing platform, so you have to look into that also, right? So these all made remote working not just possible but often preferable, and this has opened up a world of opportunity for freelancers, allowing them to tap into global talent pools and collaborate with clients across the borders, right? So it has opened to work globally, and from the company's perspective, they can hire global talents and they can work with clients across the borders, right? So both company and the remote working workers also have many benefits from that, right? And from remember that from cafes to mountain cabins, the freelancing landscape is as diverse as the individual shaping it, fueled by the power of remote work, right? So, but these are some advantages we all said. We have to look into how gig economy and independent work have been more widely adopted in recent years. But temporary work has been around in one form or another for several decades, right? So we have seen about remote working, this much slides, and after that we have been taken ahead with gig economy and independent work and how it has been adopted. And but the temporary work or independent work has been here several decades before. And evolution of gig economy, this is a chart given by Upwork, so we can look that. And 1920s, the term gig was first coined by jazz musician to describe their performance. So a musician was introduced the name gig, and after that 1940s, temporary agencies emerged, right? And from that they work for a contract period of time, so it's an alternative for traditional employment, right? And after that, in 90s and early 2000s, technology powered platform has been introduced such as Upwork, Uber, Airbnb, and TaskRabbit came to the market and offering a wide range of opportunity for freelance and gig work, right? And after 2000, in 2020 and beyond, which is after the global pandemic, a rapid shift to remote work led to increased flexibility, and so they can work from anywhere, anytime, and with more organization engaging with independent talent and more workers seeking flexible work opportunities, right? So most companies are now depending on independent talents also, right? And this is a chart where average weekly hours spent on a gig. So it's done by setting, and in this 3% only work above 40 hours, 16% work 20 to 30 hours, 32% also work 20 to 30 hours, and 38% work 10 to 20 hours, and 11% work less than 10 hours, maximum 10 hours, right? So from this survey, we can know that they all have first two, that is 11% and 38%, they are not full-time freelancing, or they are not much serious about freelancing, we can say. See, I am not saying there will be work-life balance and all, but we are solely focusing on if you are a beginner, how you have to work. See, so you have to, if you are coming to freelancing, you have to do it for full time. Then only you will get that much benefit. If you are working as part-time for freelancing, I don't think it will be benefit for you. And 11% and 38%, they all work below 20 hours. For that, you have to understand that they have another job. So they do not get focused to work with a long-term project by taking freelancing or anything like that, right? And after 32%, 16% and 3%, they are full-time freelancing, and they solely depending on freelancing income, right? So we can conclude like that, and looking into this data, right? And there are different perspectives again, but we are now solely depending on this data itself, right? And this is a data by Payoneer. They have done a survey, and average hourly freelance rate by region we are looking, and it has been mentioned that $44 in North America, $31 in Western Europe, South America $24, and all other four, that is Central America, Asia, Africa, and Central and Eastern Europe, they all have $22. They charge hourly, right? So what we can understand, these are the hourly rate based on the region, average freelancers, and even they are not beginners who are charging this, but you have to understand how you can charge. See, for hourly, see, I will discuss that in next session. Whenever we are conducting, I will discuss about that, about hourly rate and projected like that. So I see some questions there. That's why I move on to that. But for this session, I already yesterday also told that, because I am not included a slide for Q&A in this session, right? Because I will not take any questions in this session, and by end also I will not take. You have to take the survey, right? And in that survey you will get an option to comment or ask question. On that you have to ask your question, and we will reply you as soon as possible with a personalized solution, rather than spending so much time on this, right? So that's why we have taken that, and we are trialing on that how it will goes. So let's check it, right? So I will not take any questions. So you can, I will share the link of the survey, so you can complete that survey with the question is optional. If you do not have question also, you have to take the survey, but if you have question, you can add that, right? Then now you have to check whether you have in-demand skills or not, right? So we are looking into in-demand skills, and first of all, we have completed 2 sessions, right? So we can, first of all, you have completed 2 sessions, that is evolution of freelance work and current state of freelancing, right? You have understand how the current state is going, and you have came across the gig economy, how it has evolved, and how independent work has formed, and it's not a new thing. It has been here for decades, right? So just recap what we have learned. Just 30 seconds, right? I will give you 30 seconds. Just recap it, and you can chat also, right? If you have completed, you have recapped, right? And next, I'm sorry. Okay. Next, I am congratulating you to completing this much, right? You have completed up to in-demand skills, and we are moving ahead with in-demand skill. What are the in-demand skills you need to learn, right? And first of all, you have to forget about all the jack, all trades, and you in the freelance world, mastery matters. What matters? Mastery matters. What matters? Mastery matters, right? Why I am focusing on that mastery word itself, I hope you understand what it means to. That is, you have to master one thing, and honing in-demand skills is your golden ticket to success, right? The golden ticket to your success is only what learn a skill, and it should be an in-demand skill. You do not. There are lots of skill, but you have to learn a demand skill, right? And it should be your golden ticket to your success. So you have to master a skill. Then landscape is dynamic. So when you get hired today might evolve tomorrow, right? So you have to stay ahead of the curve and focus on skill with high demand and promising growth potential. See, you have to specialize in one thing, and after that specialization, you think that you do not need to learn anything, but it's not the case, right? See, if you take my example, I have specialized in Python. I started coding from age 10. From that itself, I have been coding, and I have specialized in, I have learned many languages, and then I concluded to Python, and I have specialized in that. And even that also, Python is vast. So in that also we have to, so there are many different areas, that web development, app development, or AI. Yeah, there are many things like that. So we have to, in web development itself, we have many libraries. So you have to specialize in any of these, right? You have to learn anything. You cannot say that you specialized in Django and you cannot learn Flask. It's not the case. Likewise, you have to learn every day, right? And according to Upwork's 2023 Skill Index, these are the skills you need to learn, right? And from this, future of work is digital. There is no doubt in that. And if you have any doubt, just research about it, right? So you will understand what are the future of work. And you can just take a screenshot of this 2 slides, right? So that you can refer to this later. I am not explaining everything because already I have explained yesterday and taken lots of time. We can check if the previous live session record can be gotten or not. I will just cover up what it means in this. These 10 are tech talk. It's not about solely on tech. There are other skills also, like for customer services, accounting, designing, and marketing. All these things, there are in that you have very different. And among the most demand skills, the highest year-over-year growth on Upwork platform across our priority categories are sales and business development 54%, and data entry 47%, accounting 45%, and 3D animation 45%. This is, they have categorized the most growing, that is year by year growing categories they have in prioritized. So these are the categories, and so these are the things. You can just take a screenshot. I hope you have taken, and else you will get the recording session under my website, webinar, past webinar session, and live record session will also be in YouTube also, right? So That's also. And AI and machine learning, blockchain technology, full stack development, and cyber security top the chart as the most in-demand skills, right? So, moreover to this, here we have not discussed about AI and all. So, AI and machine learning, blockchain technology, full stack development, and cyber security are more in-demand skills globally, right? And but it's not about tech also. There are content creation from writing and editing to video productions and graphic design remains a cornerstone of freelance economy, right? And remember, soft skills are essential too. Communication, collaboration, and project management are crucial for building strong client relationships and thriving in the freelance environment, right? So you have to learn soft skill also, right? So the future is bright for those who invest in the right skill, right? Here also I have mentioned some skills like data analysis, automation expertise, and niche industry knowledge will be increasingly valuable as technology and business needs to evolve, right? So there is an evolution, and that evolution is happening, and you have to adapt to that, right? And if you learn a new skill today, on that same day next year, that skill not be that much valuable to the industry, right? So you have to understand that. And next, navigating challenges. So first of all, congratulations for completing this much, right? So we have come across navigating challenges, and freelancing comes with its unique set of challenges, but with the right mindset and strategy, you can overcome them and thrive in gig economy. See, you have to you have to be independent, but if you are coming to the freelancing world, you have to self-motivate yourself. That means you do not want external motivation to work, because I have seen lots of people, though they take the work, they sign the contract. If they are on platform, they create offer, they the client accept, and they start working on it. After 2 days or maximum 1 week, they will be bored out with that work. Then the client deadline will be even 1 month. Then after for next 2 weeks they will not work for that project. Then on the final week, client will inquire how is the work going, anything like that. Then they will suddenly say lots of reason for that. But it's not the best way. And if you are doing like this, your career will be spoiling slowly, right? It's you have to deliver as much as possible with a less amount of time, and even that you have to update clients regularly rather than client approaching you for the what about update, right? So you have to update about that to the client, right? So client has his own purpose. So client should, just a second, I think a slide was visible from yesterday. Just wait. Right, all right. No issues. Yeah, I have talked about that. But freelancing comes with its own unique challenges. So with the right mindset and strategies, you can overcome them and thrive in the gig economy, right? So suppose I am your client and I am approaching you. You have taken a decision to work with me, and I have approved your contract. Then you start working on it. After a few days, you stop, and whenever I am approaching by the deadline, you are saying about reason. See, I have, so as a client from my side, I have planned accordingly, and I want to release. If you are working on a website development project, so I want to release on this day. They have confirmed, and they want to retain the amount they have spent on it, and they have many business strategies under. But when you're delaying this much work, then and after that, after all, if you're submitting on that deadline itself, it's not the best way to do, right? You have to at least complete all the work before 2 or 3 days, right? So you have to understand that this is just a tip. You have to focus on it if you are becoming freelancing, if you are coming to freelancing, right? And lack of job security, you do not have any job security, potential market saturation will be there, managing finance and income stability will be there, lack of benefit, there will be no benefit for you. See, some companies give freelancers benefit, but we are not talking about that, right? And staying motivated and avoiding burnout, right? So these are the things, challenges you may face, that is job security. So you do not have if you get 4 clients this month and you will not get any clients for next 6 months, then you will not get earn from that. So you have to earn accordingly, right? You have to plan accordingly how you can increase your income and all. And potential market saturation, this is just an example I have said about that. You will get clients every month, but it may fluctuate. Some month there will be no clients, some month there will be lots of clients, some month in medium. And managing finance and income stability, right? And lack of benefits, staying motivated and avoiding burnout, as I already said in the example about you have to be self-motivated, right? And there is no one to control you, so you have to take that decision, right? So finally, future outlook we are coming into, and what do you think by this much? What you have understand that is freelancing has future or not? Just share your thought. Okay? All right. So as we navigate the ever evolving landscape of freelancing, it's crucial to get into the future and anticipate the trends and opportunity that will shape the gig economy. Let's explore what lies ahead for freelancers in 2024 and beyond, right? So continued growth for remote work, right? So there is a continuous growth in a remote work, and you have the opportunity to work remotely. Remote work is here to stay, and freelancers will play an increasing role in the global workforce, right? Because see, most companies, even I have read about an article about 1 or 2 weeks before. Okay, it has said that many MNCs are hiring freelancers to work with them, and there is almost 40 to 50% freelancers working there. Like that, I have read an article. So that's also a good so price of specialized freelancers are also increasing. All right, I am just checking if the streaming app good or not, so I can see that it's going good, and that's why I am just checking every time. All right. So rise of specialized freelancers will be a high. You can have high income in that if you specialize in one thing, right? So after that, as industry become more specialized, there will be growing demand for freelancers with niche expertise. Integration of AI and automation, you have to integrate, and I am also planning to integrate AI chatbot in my website where all my knowledge has been uploaded to them to train, and you will get answer on behalf of me by the AI, right? So that way, how you can integrate all these things, you have to leverage that. You have to build a website, you have to automate how you can handle customers. So all these things should be automated, right? And automation will impact various industry, potentially changing the nature of some freelancers, right? The some industry will vanish, surely it will vanish, and freelancer work also you have to adapt to that. As we already discussed in that upper institute survey, shown that 2x they are using generative AIs, right? And emphasize on soft skill, as we already said, communication and all are very much important, and you have to strongly communicate, and you have the skill for collaboration also, right? And you have to learn that also. Beyond that, you also have to learn how to close by chatting itself rather than taking the client into phone call or video conference. You have to close the client by chat itself. You have to learn that skill also. And gig platforms are evolving, so you have to take all the platform, research about it, and you have to choose which platform best for you, right? So freelance platform will continue to evolve, offering new features and opportunities for freelancers, and increase to focus on well-being. That is about your health, and you have to seek work-life balance. So if you have a partner, and you can align all these tips with that also with your partner, and you can balance your work and your life and your health, right? So that's also very much important in aspect, right? And the future of freelancing is bright. So congratulations for completing this much, and thank you, right? Hope you have enjoyed this session, but I know that all these topics were discussed yesterday. If you know, this will be valuable, and if you already seen it, you know that we have discussed loads yesterday, but due to time limitation today, I cannot discuss that much. So that's why I am concluding. I have discussed all the slides. I have not missed any slides, but we have gone into a in-depth conversation about each topic, right? So that was the issue, and so that's all for today. And if you have any query, just mail me, right, on this mail ID, and you do not have to take mail ID of the company, and which is with my mail. It will be moreover, if you have queries related to this topic, you have to query from this, and that mail will take almost 1 to 2 weeks of time to reply. You will get a reply, right? So you have to understand that also, right? So thank you and happy growing. Sorry for the just I have to share the link also. I have shared the link, so you can complete that, right? You can complete the survey. Then just wait. I am taking the link, and Alright, I have shared the link of survey. You can just fill up that, and if you are seeing this in the recording, you can also participate in the survey. But I will share it in the comment. I will be pinning that comment, so you can utilize that. If you are in the virtual platform, there will be a survey form automatically popped when this stream will end, right? So after that, you can complete that survey, and there will be option to ask your queries, and your chat will be recorded on that virtual event platform, right? So you do not have to again post that same query. Your queries will be replied to that via mail. Okay, if you have registered with the mail ID. All right. Okay, thank you.